Feeding yourself on $3 a day is no easy task, yet thousands of Arkansas food stamp recipients face that challenge every day. This past week, several Arkansas lawmakers dedicated to fighting hunger experienced it for themselves. For 3 straight days, more than 20 Arkansas legislators accepted the challenge of the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance and Arkansas Hunger Coalition to live on food stamp amounts equal to the typical state recipient. Well, what was the experience like? What lessons were learned? And what can be done about hunger in Arkansas? Participant Steve Harrelson, a state representative from Texarkana, shares his thoughts in this week's Capitol Recap. The Capitol Recap is brought to you by the Arkansas Farm Bureau, Arkansas Council on Agriculture, and Agriculture Council on Farm Bureau.
It got hard on the second day. I ended up running out of bread, so I had to make do with what I had. And, I did go to bed hungry, and I woke up hungry. And that's the first time I've had to do that in a very long time. And just waking up like that made me realize, people have to live like this right here in Arkansas every day.
Nearly 385,000 Arkansans live on food stamps, which provide $89.72 a month, roughly $3 a day for food and meals. Beef is not what's for dinner. Meat is nearly impossible to purchase for those living on food stamps. Milk may do a body good, but it doesn't easily fit in a food stamp budget at over $4 a gallon. On grocery store shelves filled with everything from apples to zucchini and everything in between, the food stamp challenge for legislators brought home the power of this eternal social problem.
First of all, I know that this rings hollow to some because what we did is we stood in the shoes of these people for 3 days, and now we're back to eating normal. And I have to admit that now I'm sort of guilt-stricken over that. But even over those 3 days, and on Wednesday, a lot of people were saying, well, I can't wait until tomorrow when I can eat what I want to. I tried not to think like that because the people who live like this from day to day don't get a tomorrow like we got.
Food stamps are a federal issue, and Congress is currently debating a bill that would index the standard deduction, increase benefits for the elderly and people with disabilities, and remove disincentives for those paying for their own child care and developing savings accounts. But what can be done at the state level?
Well, here, the timing was good here because this issue is before Congress now. But on the state level, there are several programs that we can do. We have a WIC, of course, in Arkansas. I personally sponsored legislation on behalf of the Hunger Alliance in 2007, a $100,000 appropriation for them. Those kind of things help. But as far as looking at the big picture, we have to be able to raise income for people and make life easier for people to live off the everyday things that we take for granted, and that includes eating off $3 a day.
At a Friday press conference, a bipartisan coalition of state lawmakers announced the formation of a hunger caucus in the Arkansas legislature. Their goals? Raise awareness of the hunger issue, educate policymakers and the public, and research initiatives for possible solutions to the problem. An interim study committee will convene in September to work on those objectives.
We're hopeful that that study will produce some things, specific things, that we can pursue in Arkansas because, it's not necessarily the specific items of legislation that can be introduced, but it's little things that we can do to make life easier for all Arkansans. Everybody who's working and trying to do good, we want to be able to help those people.
And if you want more information on this issue and this initiative, check out arhungeralliance.org, arhungeralliance.org. After this word from our sponsors, John Brummett of the Arkansas News Bureau joins us to talk state and presidential politics. We're back after this.